Welcome to the Radio U podcast. Coming up, an exciting break in the Louvre robbery case.
Also, what does Hamburger Helper say about your finances?
All that and more on the way next. I went through so many emotions last night because last night my beloved Green Bay Packers played my beloved Aaron Rodgers. And it was a great game. Back and forth. I feel like both teams played well, at least especially on offense. The Packers got the win, 35-25, I believe. So a good game. Mm-hmm. And it felt like, I thought of the perfect thing. It felt like if your wife was playing your parents or your family.
Oh.
That's what it was like. And it's like, who would you cheer for?
Yeah.
You just want everybody to get along.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Well, I asked you on Friday off the air because we picked this game in our football picks. I asked you, I was like, who do you think your loyalty actually is with more? Mm-hmm. Who do you kind of find yourself rooting for more? And you want more of their success. Like, who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
If it's, if there was a world where Green Bay and Pittsburgh were playing each other for the Super Bowl, who'd you want to win? Mm-hmm. And you said Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And that was more of a timeline thing.
Right. It's not emotional as much.
But I do think, and I pointed this out, I do think you just saying that, your focus on, hey, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a lot of time left. That might be his only opportunity to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That shows me that, your loyalty actually is a little more to Aaron Rodgers because I mentioned to you, like, I wouldn't care about that. For me, it's like Browns or nothing. I don't care if somebody else that I love, a quarterback that I like, is playing for another team because for me, it's less about players and more about team.
Yeah, which makes no sense, by the way.
I think everybody to each their own. But it's how you grew up. Because you have a lot of different teams that you root for from all sorts of different areas. For me, it's very localized to Cleveland. And so my love is for the city of Cleveland and for those teams. And so I think it's just how you grew up and how you grew up rooting for these teams that changes your perspective.
That's true, but it also, like, I just can't help but think of the Jerry Seinfeld bit where it's just like you're cheering for laundry. You're just cheering for whichever bad quarterback is wearing a brown jersey that day.
Yeah.
Where I fell in love with a man.
Yeah, but
his name is Aaron Rodgers.
That man's not going to be in the NFL forever.
I know. That's why we've got to live it up while we have the chance.
But what are you going to do when he's gone?
Then I'm not abandoning my family. It's also, you've never been married, Allie, so you just don't get it.
I don't get it.
You just don't understand.
I don't understand.
Me and Aaron Rodgers are married.
Well, maybe I will understand later, but yeah, I just for me it's Browns or nothing.
But it was nice to get that little Super Bowl preview last night.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have to recircle back to these emotions in February and see where we stand when everything's on the line.
Well, all I have to say is I believed in your Packers, and you did it.
Yeah. Well, what good did that get you? You still lost.
I still lost.
It saved you from an 0 for week.
But yeah, it did. But also, you didn't do much better.
I did pretty good. I picked the Jets and they won. I think that's pretty good.
You got 2 wins. Good job.
The Bengals blew it against the Jets.
They really did.
It's a good thing the Packers played the Steelers last night or we'd have to spend more time on the Bengals blowing it against the Jets, which I call. It's our Monday tradition, the box office breakdown, looking at what made money and what didn't in theaters over the weekend. And let us know what you've seen recently. We love to see your reviews at 8772-RADIO-U. Allie, take a guess at what was number 1 in America.
Regretting You.
No.
Okay.
That wasn't it. That was number 3. Let's count up. Number 3 was Regretting You. That made $12 million, almost $13 million.
Okay.
For a movie of that stature, that feels okay, I suppose. Number 2 was The Black Phone 2.
Oh, wow.
In its second week, it still made, according to this, exactly $13 million. That's convenient. And at number 1 was Chainsaw Man, the movie, Resi-Arc.
Glad we talked about it.
Yeah, people wanted to see a man made entirely out of chainsaws.
I mean, it sounded very appealing when we talked about it.
I can't wait for the live-action remake. Chainsaw Man, Resi-Arc made $17 million in the United States. So it was no Demon Slayer.
Yeah, no, it just sounds like overall pretty blah week for the box office.
Well, here's the really tough thing, though. At number 4, a movie that for some reason did not come up when I was preparing for the weekend watch list, even though it seems that it had a wide release. It was in 3,400 theaters. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, starring Jeremy Allen White, the movie about Bruce Springsteen.
I've actually seen a lot of ads for this.
A decent amount of press, of promotion, of trailers playing on TV, and that came in at number 4, and it only made $9 million in 3,400 theaters. That's not good.
Doesn't quite have the same appeal as the Timothy Chalamet, Bob Dylan biopic or something similar.
It feels like they were going for that exact same vibe.
Yeah.
It does have not exactly great reviews, as in like the Timothy Chalamet one, the Bob Dylan movie. That was awesome. That was nominated for many Oscars. The Bruce Springsteen movie that came out this weekend has a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Probably not getting a lot of Oscars.
From the trailer, it definitely seems to follow just story beats of just a regular biopic.
Right.
Nothing seems that outstanding about it.
Which the Bob Dylan movie did not. It was its own, it was more unique biopic, but it was its own thing. So not great for the Bruce Springsteen. And maybe people just don't like Bruce Springsteen as much as Bob Dylan.
I mean, he's called the boss. I think he's definitely beloved, but I don't know if he's beloved enough to have a massive, movie appeal for a biopic. Maybe it just needs to be done a few more years down the line.
Maybe it's too close.
How did the Begonia movie do?
That made about 7. It did not open in a lot of theaters.
Okay,
even though it was playing near us.
Yeah.
So when I saw it playing near us, I'm like, okay, that's a wide open, but it was. It did not even make $1 million, but it wasn't a wide. It didn't.
How many theaters?
It says 17.
Only 17?
And we were lucky enough to have 2 theaters in town playing it.
I was going to say, what? That's crazy.
I don't know how that is possible. Let us know what you watched over the weekend at 8772 Radio U, and we'll see what people are saying coming up. We just did the box office breakdown, looking at which movies did the best at theaters over the weekend. Number 1 was Chainsaw Man, the movie, Resi-Arc. If you saw that, let us know, or anything else you've seen lately at 8772 Radio U. Dylan texted in and said he hasn't seen any movies, but he did shoot an 8-point buck with his bow and did not spray himself with urine.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that is a throwback quite a while back to when we were talking about how don't you have to spray yourself with deer urine.
Oh, yeah.
To hunt a deer.
That's right.
Because we don't know anything about hunting.
No, we don't.
Allie, what have you watched recently?
Again, I'm going to shout out Critical Role because they came out with a new episode Thursday night. They do a live stream every Thursday. And their new episode was they just started a new campaign. I talked about this. This is a D&D Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I talked about this last week. But they have been doing this with this new campaign, what they call the Overture. So 4 episodes to set up the campaign. And this was episode 4. And it was 5.5 hours long. And it was absolutely insane. I got whiplash from all the emotions I felt. And so, I'm very excited for this campaign. And that was what I watched over the weekend.
So you just
other than football.
For the second time in a week's time, you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons videos.
This is what I watched. This is what I watched recently, okay? Do you want me to talk about that or do you want me to talk about football or basketball? I don't know. Those are the things I watched.
I wanted you to make up something cooler. Or maybe catch up on Only Murders. The finale's about to come out.
No, I'm waiting until all of it is out. I'm watching it this Saturday.
That's a wild way to do it.
It's not.
It is.
I told you. I watch it with my cousins.
I know, but how do you guys talk about it and predict who's going to be the killer if you watch all the episodes all in a row?
We talk as we go.
You can't talk over the episodes?
We don't talk as the episode's going.
You're going to miss it.
The episode finishes, we talk for a little bit, and we start the new episode.
That is a wild way to do it to me.
No, it's not. We get to find out in the same, span of 6 hours, however long the season is.
I just can't believe you do it that way.
We want to watch it together, Hudson. It's a community social event.
It's ruining the show.
No, it's not.
I watched Beavis and Butthead.
What?
The new season of Beavis and Butthead has been going for a few weeks. I didn't know that it was going. And so I have a lot to catch up on Beavis and Butthead, and I love it.
Okay.
It's my favorite. It's so much stupid joy that it brings me. William says he watched a show called The Floor. It's a trivia game show.
I've been seeing this one.
I know.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the ones on Fox. I feel like every time I watch Fox,
they have a lot of game shows.
They do have a lot of game shows. And I was like, who watches this? It was William. He also said he watched Rat Race, which I don't know if I remember that movie.
I don't know if I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let us know more, William, at 8772 Radio U. Allie, I'm done with you. Until you catch up on Only Murders or something that's not Dungeons and Dragons.
You're over here just absolutely just being so mean to me this morning.
I'm
like,
not
you
being
don't
mean.
understand until you get married, Allie. Blah, 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 blah. All
true.
this craziness.
Groceries are expensive.
Yeah.
And this is good news
Oh.
for Hamburger Helper. 772 Radio U. Hamburger Helper is experiencing a resurgence as people struggle to find ways to make ends meet.
Did people stop eating Hamburger Helper? I never stopped. I don't know if that is telling about my financial situation, but I never stopped eating it.
You make wait. You make a whole box of Hamburger Helper for one person though?
No. But I, when I had roommates, we would make it all the time.
All right. Now we know which tax bracket you're in. No, I agree. Like they're saying how this is the term they use is stretch meal.
Okay.
Where like especially ground beef is crazy expensive. And it is.
Just meat in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that ground beef has gotten up to right now it's a record high price, $6.63 per pound on average.
Wild.
That is crazy. That's like double what I feel like I used to pay.
Right.
Not that long ago. And so Hamburger Helper can stretch your ground beef to feed more people or make that maybe 1 pound go a little further. Mm-hmm. And so people have been like Hamburger Helper has seen a 14% year over year increase in sales.
Wow.
And they're saying basically it's like, we're not doing anything extra special. People just can't afford anything else.
People are just like, you know what? Hamburger Helper's sounding good, better and better.
Yeah. But to your point of like, I didn't know that it was, that it was saying anything about me to eat Hamburger Helper. I distinctly remember growing up. It was like, I was like probably like 8 years old. At like some church group thing. And we had a teacher, and the teacher was one of the kids' moms, and everybody was talking about what they had for dinner that night. And the kid, whose mom was the teacher, goes, "My mom made Hamburger Helper." And I remember his mom going, "Shh, don't tell everybody that." They don't need to know what we're eating, even though we're all talking about dinner.
Oh.
As if she was very embarrassed that she was making Hamburger Helper.
Maybe that
for
was
the family.
more an embarrassment of like you didn't have a recipe. You just like
her cooking.
Yeah.
That she wasn't much of a cook.
Right. Maybe that's what was embarrassing about it and not like the financial
I don't
side.
know.
Because
it could be either way.
Right.
Either way, if you're eating Hamburger Helper, apparently it's embarrassing.
Apparently it's I didn't know this.
You're also not alone though, because that's what everybody's having to resort to. This is how bad things have gotten. I kind of like Hamburger Helper, actually.
I like it too.
It's really not
I have
bad.
no complaints. And also, growing up in Africa, we didn't have it. And so to me, it was kind of a luxury.
On the menu today is the new Lindt Dubai chocolate. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
We're getting fancy. Hear this? Listen to this if you're listening on the radio. That's the sound of fake gold foil. We're really...
I mean, it's real gold foil. It's not real gold.
Golden.
Yeah.
It's not made of gold. We're kind of reducing the fanciness by eating this off of paper towels, though.
Hey, we're in a studio.
We're doing the best we
can.
This is the new Lindt Dubai style chocolate. It is milk chocolate with pistachio paste filling and crunchy Kadif pastry. It's made in Germany.
Oh. What?
Nothing says Dubai like Germany, but that's probably where Lindt is.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Look how much text is on the back of this.
That's so tiny.
That's not the ingredient. I mean, the ingredients are on there, but that's not the ingredients.
That's
is
just
like
a description.
who wrote that? That's an
Probably
entire
AI.
An entire book is on the back of this Lindt Dubai chocolate. But I say let the chocolate speak for itself.
Good idea. You want to try it first?
I'll give it a shot. I
Give
really
it a
like
go.
pistachio. I don't know what Kadif pastry is,
And yeah, beats me.
but I really want this to be good because people have been talking about it so much.
I have not heard very much about Dubai chocolate. I really have only heard it from you. So, I didn't know this was much of a thing until you were like,
It's
hey,
a big deal.
Dubai chocolate, we should try it. And I was
think-
like, chocolate? Okay.
Shake Shack, Dunkin' Donuts, like all the places are making a Dubai chocolate. Probably Starbucks. They're all making Dubai chocolate flavored things because it's like the hot flavor.
It's the hot flavor. So it's a new matcha or something? Is that
I guess.
kind of
I mean, this is definitely better than matcha. That's for sure.
okay. What I mean is like, are they doing coffee?
Yeah.
Dubai chocolate
Yeah.
flavored coffee.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't know. I just feel like I'm eating too much chocolate and not enough of whatever the thing that makes it different is. It just
Yeah.
tastes like mostly chocolate. Like, where's the pistachio flavor? I want some pistachio. Is you telling me pistachios are in here? One bite in, I'm not getting it.
All it's making me think of with you being like, I want more pistachio flavor, is that my favorite line from that, like, I don't know if it's Cars 2. I think it's Cars 2 and
Go on.
Mater, Tow Mater. he has the wasabi and he thinks it's pistachio ice cream. And then he goes and like obviously freaks out because it's way too hot. And he announces to this massive crowd in like France that's like there for this F1 thing that's like really posh, similar to what we were just doing with
Right.
the music from Vivaldi. And he's like, don't eat the pistachio ice cream. It has turned. And it like echoes throughout the whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you what. It is a little messier than I thought.
Yeah, it kind of like crumbly.
It's kind of a nice texture, I suppose.
I really like it though.
It's quality,
It's very good.
but I just don't. I want
For those that
a
want-
different experience than this.
Yeah, for those that want the pistachio, I think this might be a little more disappointing. For me, it's like the perfect amount. I love it.
But also think about this. This was $15.
That's way too much money.
for this bar that's
one
not even made
bar
with
of
actual
chocolate?
gold foil.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're
Although
pay-
it does look like you're about to get like a Wonka golden ticket when you unwrap it.
And so it sets expectations high, and
Yeah.
then you just get basically regular good
you
chocolate.
just get chocolate.
Yeah. I was hoping for more. I was hoping
Yeah.
for better.
Yeah.
But maybe there's better Dubai chocolate out there.
Maybe. Maybe Lindt is the disappointment here.
Yeah.
It was made in Germany after all.
Must be nice to be Brian Kelly today. He just got fired. He's the
Yep.
coach of LSU yesterday. But 8772 Radio U, according to reports, he's still going to be paid his $800,000 a month salary as his buyout, at least for now, to not coach. He's being paid $800,000 a month to do nothing.
Yeah.
To actually be bad at, to not be good enough.
I was talking about this with my dad yesterday. I was just like, can I get a contract where, I just have to be hired for a football job for even just a week, one game,
Yeah.
maybe a day,
And it fails so horribly.
that they have to fire me.
Yeah.
And it's in my contract that I have a buyout. And so I have to be paid millions of dollars
Yeah.
to leave this school. It's just insane. To me, there has to be a place where we get where this needs to like hit its bubble, like its breaking point, because I just feel like with how many big name coaches have been fired from big name jobs this year,
Yeah.
we're seeing the ridiculousness of this. It has to come to an end because this is just crazy to me to be paying these coaches tens of millions of dollars just to get them to leave.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you'd be more patient. Do you think it was the right move for LSU to fire Brian Kelly? They got their pants pulled down by Texas A&M at home over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, LSU has been very disappointing since Joe Burrow's season. And Joe Burrow's season was like an enigma because they had kind of been down bad for a while. And so that one blip on the radar when they were able to finally put it all together with such amazing talent and win a championship, it was a blip, and they have not really been back to that level since. And so, yeah, I understand that they want to win a championship, and they're seeing that they're not getting to that point, and so they're just like, they are impatient. But I do not understand how you can just come up with money like this. Yeah. You know, in the drop of a hat.
All the NIL money you need to be able to pay, which is completely different, to be competitive as well. I feel like I'm at a crossroads with this because I do feel like sometimes, like, why wait to do what must be done eventually must be done immediately. And I don't think that it was ever going to completely work with Brian Kelly. I don't think you're going to get the results. But at the same time, you're going to be paying him a lot of money and shooting yourself in the foot, like trying to come up with all this money. And who are you going to get instead? I always wonder this.
Right.
Especially in a year where Florida and Penn State, like other big places, are looking for jobs too, looking for coaches too. There's only so many like good coaches that are ready to move. Like, there's only one Lane Kiffin, and he might not even leave.
And Kurt Cignetti
might not leave.
A contract.
Yeah, so you're all these. You have your pie in the sky thoughts of like, we're LSU, we can get this guy. You might wind up with somebody that's even worse than Brian Kelly. And I know it seemed like his heart wasn't in it. I don't know if he was a good fit. I still think he's a good coach. I don't know if he'll coach ever again. He's 64 now. He might just pick up an ESPN gig or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's a tough move to make. And I guess, you know, they've been still competitive these last few years with Brian Kelly. It just hasn't been championship competitive.
Yeah.
Is the expectation that you have to be in the playoff every year? Because almost nobody can hit that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a hard thing to do. You've seen the Alabamas, the Ohio States, the Georgias try and do that, but even they have lacked some years of making the playoffs. And now it is more likely to make the playoff with it being 12 teams instead of 4. And so you would hope that with it being expanded that you could make it in. But LSU is showing you and that's not always the case. And so, yeah, I don't know who they're planning to hire. And I honestly, the best name on the market right now might be James Franklin. I don't think LSU fans would actually be happy with that. I think they'd be very disappointed.
That brings up a good point, too, though, that like and I said this when James Franklin was fired, it might have been it felt kind of like it was the right time for him to be fired from Penn State. But when you fire somebody, just know, like, fire somebody like James Franklin or Brian Kelly, there's going to be another school that gets them if they want to coach still. That's going to be fired up to get them, and you have to be ready to possibly watch them succeed more than you.
Watch them switch places. I kind of think Brian Kelly works in the Big Ten. Like, it actually works a little bit better than the SEC. Don't know if James Franklin can work in the SEC, but watch him switch.
He did at Vanderbilt, so.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Different conference. It's just a different era now.
I think, and I think he'll be fine wherever he winds up. Like, he's that good.
I think so, too, but I'd much rather see him go to, like, the ACC. I think you could go to the ACC, go to the Big 12, and run it there.
It's still my dream thing to, like, James Franklin
Dreamcasting
revival tour is him at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think that could work.
Now, Allie, you did not get a single college pick right this weekend.
I did get one pick right.
But not in college.
No, but I will say the college games were all toss-ups for me. I know I mentioned that when we were making our picks. And all the games ended up being toss-ups. I'm convinced all these teams are actually just trash.
Every single team?
Not all of them, but the games we picked, I'm like, man, I don't really know how good either of these teams are.
Well, you're going to pay the price coming up, just like Brian Kelly has paid the price. Allie once again lost our football picks. Her punishment this week is that she has to be a pirate for a segment here on Radio U. Good morning, Pirate Allie.
Are you ready?
Yes. For SpongeBob?
I mean, that's the only pirate I know. Let me spin ye a tale of the Dallas Cowboys. Once they were feared marauders of the gridiron seas, plundering defenses and raising the old silver and blue flag high. But now, bah, They be nothing but a crew of landlubbers, sailing in circles with a compass that points straight to disappointment. Their captain, he talks bold and brash, swearing the treasure, the Lambardi, be just over the horizon. But each season...
Jerry Jones?
I don't know. But each season, they steer right into the shoals of heartbreak. The offense, as toothless as a drunken deckhand gnawing on hardtack.
I don't know about that. They score a lot of points.
The defense, leakier than a rowboat, patched with soggy parchment.
That is true. Good point, Pirate.
So rage ye tankards high, me hearties, and toast to the Cowboys, the only crew that can make talk of greatness sound like whispers of delusion. If ye seek treasure, seek clear Dallas. For all that glitters, there be fool's gold and empty playoff dreams.
Wow. So you were Allie as Nene as a pirate.
I was like, the only thing I know to do is to talk about the Dallas Cowboys once again. And so I decided to do it as a pirate this time.
I think next time you get punished, like next Monday, you should have to do you should have to spin a tale about the Browns.
The Browns?
Yeah, because they're damn bad, even worse than the Cowboys.
That would be a tale every week.
It seemed like the perfect crime. 1 week ago, we were talking about the jewel thieves that stole the crown jewels from the Louvre in France.
Yes. Did it seem like the perfect crime, or it just felt more like, how in the world did they let them get away with this?
It seemed like a perfect crime to me.
Oh, really?
But now, 2 men in their 30s. Why does it say this? 2 men in their 30s, both known to police, were arrested. Well, I'd imagine that if they were arrested, they'd be known to police.
Maybe they are cat burglars. Like they're known criminals.
Oh, they have a reputation.
Yes, they got a rap sheet.
Yeah. What's frustrating is we know 2 men in their 30s were arrested. We know one was arrested at the airport while trying to board a flight to Algeria.
Oh, that was his big plan, huh?
Yeah, it was the big getaway.
Take the jewels to Algeria.
He was so close. So this is what I said. I told you that they were just going to sell the jewels on the street to rich people in like a, Middle Eastern country or whatever.
That seems to be what their plan was, but why did not leave earlier?
He had to wait. Maybe he had to let the heat die down.
Oh, okay.
He thought. But we know that's all we know.
Yeah.
They haven't released any other details about these guys or anything else. They say that if any of the arrest details are leaked, any other further information, it could jeopardize the work of the over 100 investigators that are trying to recover the jewels and apprehend everybody involved.
Okay, so these are not the only 2 men they're looking for.
Yeah. Well, robbing the Louvre, you got to have a whole bunch of people involved.
Whole crew involved. I'm sure they're also investigating all the people that work at the Louvre because, as we said, might be an inside job.
You can't leave any loose ends.
No.
And everybody's a suspect.
So did they say if any of this stuff was found, like any of it was recovered?
I don't think that it doesn't. If they haven't noted that yet. The only thing was what we already knew, which is the emerald set imperial crown of Empress Eugenie, which that was dropped. They found that outside of the museum.
That was the thing that was broken.
Yeah, but other than that, have they found other stuff? If they have, they haven't said so.
Yeah. I do see here, I didn't see this note in the original articles. They did find out that crown that was broken outside is repairable. So that's at least good.
There's one positive.
Yeah.
But it's continuing to go on.
Yeah.
And I'm still continuing to be fascinated by it.
Me too. Well, if the guy wasn't planning to sell the jewels in Algeria, then where are the jewels? Where are they?
Well, it'd be pretty silly of him to put them in his luggage.
Yeah, you're right.
That probably, unless that's how he got caught. I guess we don't know.
Right. Right.
He was going through TSA and they're like, that kind of looks like a crown.
Yeah.
A crown of jewels. Wait a minute.
The crown jewels have been found.
The guy's not quite sure. The TSA agent, he looks up at the TV and he sees crown jewels reported missing.
Uh-oh.
And it clicks. Something that I just think about randomly from time to time. Arranged marriages.
Why?
8772 Radio U. Because it perplexes me.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not our culture. It's not what we do.
But some cultures still practice
They
it.
still do it.
Yeah.
And I just think, how do you make that work? Like imagine being a person and just like knowing that you don't get to, you don't even know the idea of choosing your own partner for life. Mm-hmm. You're just going to be paired up with somebody. How do you make that work?
I think it takes a lot of hard work, but I think something that shows you, and that culture highlights, which I think our culture really downplays this, is the idea that, and which I think this is the correct idea, that love is actually a choice. Mm-hmm. There are definitely feelings involved with love, but it's completely choice-based. You have to wake up every day next to that person you're married to and make the decision, I'm going to love this person today. Because there's some days you're going to wake up next to them and be like, you know what, maybe I don't want to love them. They did something that made me really upset, but you have to make that choice to love them. So I think we downplay that, whereas other cultures maybe upsell that a little bit more. And so I think there needs to be a combination of both the feeling and the choice. But you do need to make that decision every day to love that person.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And I was thinking how you have to make the choice like before you even get into it.
Yeah.
Like you just have to know, like you don't know anything about this person.
It escalates that decision. Like it puts it at the beginning of the relationship.
But you just have to choose at first. It's just like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to have the best, just put my best foot forward with this.
Work.
Right. Yeah. We're both in the same situation. Right. Neither of us asked for this, but this is how our culture is.
Yeah.
And I do think in a way that's you're right. It shows that you can make it work with a lot of different types of people if you just try, as long as they're not like a criminal or something.
Right.
You might not, I think there's like, you might not be the happiest as you could be if you were with the person you got to choose to be with. But there's also a lot of things that you would avoid.
Yeah.
Here's why, or something else that it got me thinking about, is how like the same way that before you even marry that person that you've never met necessarily, you have to decide that you're going to love them for life. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what God has done for us. Like before, I guess when you're going into an arranged marriage, you don't know, this person could suck for all you know, but you're kind of like, well, I guess I'm going to have to love them. God knows that in many ways we already suck. Like he knows us much before we know him. He knows the mistakes that we're going to make. He knows a lot of the problems that we're going to have. And he still makes that choice to love us as well.
Right.
That's something that really got me. It's just like God knew, like even before you were like, yeah, God, I'm going to be interested. God's like, no, I'm going to love you no matter what you do. I'm going to love you.
Yeah, while we were still sinners, Christ died for you. He made that decision. That was a choice. And so that really is, you could point to arranged marriages in other cultures as a display of love as a choice. But I think the ultimate display of that is the cross. It's Christ choosing to die for you and for me, even though we did nothing to deserve that type of love, he chooses to show it anyways. And so, yeah, that to me is the ultimate showing that love is a choice.
Yeah. So if you want to find out what that love is like, God is there. He already loves you.
Yeah.
No matter what you've done or what you think about God or don't or whatever, you can experience that. Say, hey, Jesus, I want you in my life. I want to find out more about who you are. I want you to fill me with your spirit and just find out what happens. You can start talking to God wherever you are. You can go to radiou.com/free gift to find out more. Today is the rare sports equinox.
Yes.
All four major sports in action today. NFL, Monday Night Football. Would have been a good game if Jaden Daniels wasn't injured for the Commanders.
Yeah.
But Chiefs Commanders, not a bad game.
Not terrible.
A bad Monday night. But you also have, of course, lots of NHL, lots of NBA, and World Series Game 3.
Yeah. Would you actually
some of everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Which actually, you only have 2 NHL games. I was hoping my Blue Jackets were playing tonight, but they're not. They play tomorrow. But it's just a fun time to be a sports fan. We are both huge sports fans. We love all of the major sports, and so it's just a great time to be invested. I think this World Series is actually going to end up being a great one. Mm-hmm. I was a little nervous that the Dodgers were going to run away with it, but it's 1-1 right now. Literally anything could happen.
Yeah, I tried to tell you, the Blue Jays do not strike out, and they really get to lefty pitching too. So
They struck out against Yamamoto, though.
Yeah, but they had a great game against Blake Snell in game 1.
They did.
And that is definitely the kind of thing that they can do again.
Absolutely.
No easy outs on the Blue Jays.
Get to the bullpen, and you can destroy if you get to that bullpen.
Yeah, so I'm glad to see the Blue Jays had at least split those first 2 games.
Yeah,
it wasn't going to be a sweep or anything like that in the World Series.
No, we don't want that.
Many assumed it would be.
No, I definitely didn't assume it would be a sweep, but maybe a gentleman's sweep. Where it's like a 4-1 type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully this one goes all the way. I'd love for a Game 7 in the World Series this year.
Yeah, which rank the playoffs? Rank the sports playoffs.
Sports playoffs.
Yeah, let's say you don't have a team involved.
Don't have a team involved.
Which playoffs are the best to watch?
Honestly, the one that I find myself watching a lot, if I don't even have a team that's in it, is NBA.
Yeah,
I think the NBA playoffs are sick.
I think I can't go against the NHL. The NHL, any individual game, especially if it goes to overtime, is as good as it gets. Baseball is a close second. The NFL, I guess I like watching because just even if I don't have a team, I still have a rooting interest in some way or another for almost every game. So the NBA is the worst to me.
It always surprises me in the NFL where you end up with some really lopsided games in the playoffs.
The first round can be pretty bad.
Yeah, it always
even
surprises
last year, the Super Bowl, but
right, which is like what? But that's the one with football that throws me off a little bit. Where I love, I think we also need to mention the college football playoff because that was epic last year.
Yeah,
but yeah, I do think there is something about that first round being a little bit iffy. Where you may end up with some blowouts.
The hockey and baseball playoffs, like just the way anything can just happen in a moment,
amazing.
In a single moment.
Yeah, okay.
That the other sports can't replicate.
Right.
Really makes them special. I just had an experience at Walmart.
Oh, yeah?
That really drove me crazy. It made me never want to go to Walmart again.
I mean, I think I'm on the same track as you, but I experienced that like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I loathe going to Walmart. Occasionally, it's just you have to just do it, though,
Okay.
In fact, the reason I was there was getting food for our food fights.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I kind of had to do it. But let me tell you what drove me up a wall.
What happened?
At Walmart, they had the salesman in the aisle trying to get people to buy whatever they were selling.
No.
With I'm assuming it was some either like a lot of times it's like the phone thing, like trying to switch your phone service.
Ew.
Or trying to like do something with your electric supply, which I don't even understand. And I mean, it's bad all the time, but I do know a lot of times during tax season, they'll do the tax thing.
Yeah.
They'll have the tax people there.
Yeah.
And that at least makes sense because like taxes are coming up. You got to get them done.
Right.
I feel so insulted, though, that Walmart is willing to sell themselves out to make my experience, whereas they don't value my time. I'm taking time to come shop at your store.
Right.
And you're thanking me by making me have to deal with a salesman that's accosting me while I'm looking at Cheetos. Like, that is so, isn't that so insulting that they do that? What other store does that?
None, as far as I know. I will say, though, I am so, like, anti just, like, having to deal with sales stuff that I don't even like the, like, hey, try this sample.
Yeah. I kind of like that, too.
I don't even like those people.
I like samples, but it's...
it's annoying. I don't want to have to tell someone no.
My love for free food is at constant odds with my...
introvertedness.
And anxiety about like dealing with those people that even like it's like you go to Costco or whatever, it's just like they're not trying to sell you anything.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't even know, like, like they're just there to pour a cup of bubbly or whatever it is. They do not care. And so you can have as many samples as you like. They don't care. And for some reason I still don't like doing it.
Yeah. I just, for me, when I go to the grocery store, I just am not really looking to interact too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't mind, going through the regular line. Like if I have the option of a checkout with a person that doesn't have a long line or like self-checkout, I'll choose to check out with a person. So I don't have an issue with like interacting with people. I just don't like it when people ask me for money, or they want me to buy something from them because I I don't want to buy something from you.
Yeah. I mean, I do totally just gray rock the people. Like, I do not even, they'll be like, hey, how you doing today, bud? And
you just pretend to be deaf?
I just completely ignore them. I don't owe them anything. And I feel bad for those people.
I can't do that. I'm like too nice.
I just don't acknowledge them. Even if it's a child selling Boy Scout things, I do not. I did that over the weekend too. I just totally ignored a kid selling pretzels.
I can't ignore people. I don't have it in me. And that's the problem. That's the problem with me. I can't ignore them. And I know I'm not a good person at saying no. And so they go after people like me, Hudson.
Yeah, they prey on people like you. And it's frankly just so and so. Why is Walmart the only store that does this?
Yeah, I have not thankfully experienced that. And that's why I don't shop at Walmart.
This is why I try to go to Target as much as possible.
Thanks for listening to the Radio U podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.